you were able to meet up with Corvin Voss finally, who you were able to come into some small arrangement with, and decided that you could either work kind of publicly or discreetly. You all chose to work pretty discreetly. You didn't want to be public faces or be known, really. He simply said, "Okay, we know where you're staying. I know where you're staying. If you need to reach me, you have Sergeant Kellen here, um, who um, who works for Corbin Boss in some capacity, and you have basically was told we will be in touch." So right now you're kind of left in this interesting state of limbo, um, waiting for some sort of notice to come to you. Um, so immediately there isn't anything pressing narratively that I'm aware of. I will say that we come. Let me pull up.
I forgot we were gonna have a little downtime.
It's not set downtime. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You have it's this very unknown, weird, kind of shaky moment of not quite sure how much time you have,
Also,
but
Brent and Sam, turn your cameras on. Come on.
I am
Come
eating
on.
currently.
Brent,
I will
I'm
after I
see you
finish
now
eating.
because I keep forgetting to send this to you something, and now while I'm aware of it.
You too, Sam. We've seen your
I don't
face.
have the resource for the summon yet, but like I plan to get it.
I am eating.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you have an excuse.
Yeah. I'll turn it on.
You get a
once I finish
pass
eating.
for now.
Thank you.
okay. You all wake, some from a very restful sleep, some of you from a less than restful sleep. You do all hear Glimmer at one point does kind of wake with a start and a scream in the middle of the night.
Oh no. I'm
Upon
running.
speaking to her, she simply states that she had a nightmare.
Oh.
Some of you had dreams last time.
Mm-hmm.
You come to take some time. It's a rather chilly winter morning, approaching what would be one of the 11th month now of the year. Essentially, like you're like halfway through like November.
How long have we been traveling together?
Let's see.
Gotta love that question.
You've been to I think it's been almost like 2 months now, because you were on a ship for a full month.
True. That's a good point.
So I think just coming into 2 months,
Hi.
give or take.
Cool.
But rather chilly day. Light rain and wind outside, kind of foggy. But the day is yours, really, to do with as you see fit. There's nothing really on the schedule in terms of people you need to meet with or things you need to do that I'm aware of.
I do have a question.
Mm-hmm.
The last session, as far back as it was, when I had like my little moment at the very end, and I had asked Nettie to stay with me, did she? Like throughout the night, or did she like kind of fade away at some point?
Let me think.
I just thought
As
of it like
it's always very comfortable to sleep with someone in the same bed as you. So as you're kind of restless, and something that you're probably have not been used to for a while, you toss and turn, middle of the night, you kind of wake up just a little bit and you kind of do feel the presence still there. But as the morning comes and you truly wake up, there's no one else in your room. But you wake, make your way downstairs, give a nod and a greeting, a good morning to Talon, the half-orc innkeeper. Still looks like he's been burning the midnight oil, as he does. But you make your way over to one of these large, long tables where you can see your companions already kind of arrayed about, lightly eating some breakfast. Some look a bit more well-rested than others. But you are all present for breakfast if there's anything anyone would like to do.
I think I'm getting the cold.
All right.
I got the Blight book last session, the one from the little
Mhm.
bookstore. Now
Mhm.
since I'm not in a rush or something, like, hey, you need to buy this. Can I look through it again? Like, take some time to actually read this now.
Remind me which book it was, because
I got the book that talked about the Blight and its possible origins and its theories on the Blight, something like that.
yeah, let me see. Yeah, so there was
Let me see.
Golthar's Guide to Magical Flora, and then Mysteries
Yeah, I
of the
got that too.
Murkmire. Okay. Looking. Okay, so you're going through more of the theory book. Okay.
Yes.
Looking
I
through
got
it,
I got
it's yeah, looking through it, beautifully illustrated. It kind of tries to explore some of the secrets of the coast. It goes into a little bit as to how it got its naming convention. Um, it was never really a settled area, but sailors going around it would notice that on the shore of this kind of peninsula that juts out from the continent, that large carcasses of whales, dolphins, sharks would frequently wash up on shore. Bloated, beached corpses that kind of gave it the name of the bloated corpse, the bloated coast. Sorry. Kind of goes into some of the more well-known details about that region. It is a very hostile environment, not just actively but passively. People that go there, it is infection, disease are easily acquired. Many of the denizens of that region have weaponized it to their own use. Towards some of the more waterlogged areas, Sahagin, merfolk, and creatures of the like frequently have used natural poisons to kind of make their weapons even more deadly. No, it kind of tries to go into a little bit about why is it like this, but a lot of it is just conjecture and speculation. There's some theories that there's an ancient dragon of unknown, unimaginable power that has just fucked the entire area, and this is his domain. We've just never seen it before. Some are saying that this area is just cursed by some ancient power, or that the weave of magic broke and corrupted this in some way. There's no real answers or any evidence for anything. It's just here's maybe half a dozen reasons it could be, but any of them are as possible or impossible as the next.
Okay. You guys will see me reading that during breakfast.
All right. Anyone else? We can skip forward to whichever time of day, but if no one has a specific moment that they wish to do, or downtime, or shopping, or anything that they need to do in the interim, we will just kind of fast forward through the uneventful area until something happens.
Yeah, I would. At some point at the beginning of this week, I remember you had mentioned something about like fairies or something, or someone being able to craft stuff. I remember,
yeah.
or
Not
like an
that
option.
you're aware of.
Yes.
I think there has been a very brief mentioning
Okay.
from Glimmer. I don't recall if Uriel has stated this,
Okay.
but he was there. That
Or
they did meet a certain Fey inclined
yeah.
person at a
And
at a smithy. That is all that
yeah.
you would know.
Yeah, and not more so like, oh, it has to be Fae, just like, oh, magic smith, because I wanted to see if I could commission a telescope.
Okay. You would yeah. Well, all you know is that those two have met a Fey natured smith of some kind. That's all
All
you
right.
know.
Yeah, I'll actually go up to Uriel and be like, hey, hey, friend, question for you. So the other day you said you saw someone who can smith. I wanted to have him make something, and I wanted to know if you could just tell me where he is. It's really cool. You'll like it.
This to me?
Yes. All that was to you.
Uriel just looks like uncomfortable.
Gordai has a mile wide grin. Like a
Is
kid in
anyone
a
else
candy shop.
present during this?
All
or
of you.
Are you
All
just
of you.
talking to him
Yeah.
privately?
All of you.
I
Well,
mean,
I'm asking Sam.
Mir-
oh yeah, no, I mean
Mirgash is
it's
gonna
not
be
it's
the,
not like a private
the
one-on-one
Guys,
thing. It's
let
just
Sam talk. Let Sam answer my question. Sorry.
yeah,
go
no,
ahead.
it's not like a one-on-one thing. It was just like, oh hey, I remember hearing you guys saw a smith.
Yeah.
While I see you, let's ask the question. So yeah, I would say everyone's
Okay.
around.
Okay. I was just curious.
Yep.
Did Glimmer mention it?
I don't. I think
All
so.
all she has said is that she met someone from the Feywild that can get her away home from a smithy. That's what has been shared.
Yeah.
But
And my question essentially is, hey, you know a smith. Can you introduce me? It's not like, oh, it's magic or anything. It's just like, hey, you know a good smith, from what I've heard.
It sounds like you might want to be asking Glimmer that.
Oh, maybe.
Technically. Me-
Glimmer's not
Yeah.
here.
Glimmer's not here.
Yeah, I know. That's. I just mean
Yeah.
later.
Yeah.
I can introduce you or point you in the direction of the smith that I've been working with.
Awesome. Thanks, Fred. Trust me, you'll like it. You'll like what I'm cooking up. Do you smell what I'm cooking?
Okay. And I will just give him vague directions to the face smithy. I'm not telling
Okay.
him about the underground portion.
Okay.
I'm just
Sure.
telling him about the above ground area, the face
Sure.
of it.
Anyone else?
So Gorda, go ahead, Connie. You can go first.
No, go ahead. You already started.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, excuse me.
So Gorda. Oh, where did you? Don't mind me asking. Where do you acquire your magic? They are interesting.
Don't you see? Don't you see? It's from the eyes. As like he's like pointing at his temple, like pounding on his temple, and like he's like gesturing towards the sky. Don't you see? Don't you see all the eyes staring down at you? Don't you feel their presence?
Are you talking about stars?
Yes. Oh, they're beautiful, aren't they? Oh, they're beautiful. Just staring up at the endless expanse, knowing that there's something out there. Makes you feel like you're never really alone. I mean, though they don't make the best company because I mean, as far as friends are concerned, I mean, I don't know much about friends, but as far as what I thought friends are. I mean, talk. They don't really talk, but you guys talk. You guys are my friends.
You know, Gordai, what I like about you is the more we learn about you, the more questions we get.
Question. See, and that's fun.
I think Gordai would
It is.
be grateful to hear any questions you got, but
Yeah, we're friends.
if you're going out to see a smithy, I need to go out and do some shopping.
Perfect. The more the merrier.
Why not?
Anyone else? Before we cut to Violet Gordai going shopping.
I'm just gonna look for
Hey.
like a magic trinket shop or something. That's all.
Right,
Yeah, I'm
Bellamy?
gonna go with Violet. Magic
Sure.
trick shop that doesn't, cost 2,000 gold.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
have
Yeah,
s-
like little
They got the
baubles.
shit.
Maybe,
They got the
like
shit.
maybe like common items, I guess. I don't know. I just want to see what there is.
I'm also looking for something.
So everyone's
Seems
going
better.
shopping.
I mean, okay.
Does Bellamy still look like he's avoiding looking at Miragash?
That sounds like an insight check.
He'll listen to you. He's
He'll
a
listen
bit
to me,
weary,
okay.
I'd say, but he'll listen to you.
Why don't you
Bellamy,
keep Uriel some company? And we'll see to Bellamy and Gordai.
I can go with you, Uriel, and feel he needs a friend.
Going nowhere currently.
I mean, he'll be so lonely without you. You've got to help him out, you know? Show some kindness. Don't let
Yeah,
the
old
man
buddy,
be
old pal. He wants
lonely.
company on the spare day.
See, what are friends for, Miragash? Other than to keep each other
Of
company
course.
at times. Yeah. So you do
I'll
that.
put my arm around Uriel. Whatever.
You do that, and we'll meet up. Let's say noon.
Once again,
I don't
I'm
know what that
going nowhere. I believe Gordai is going to the forge, but you're free to accompany him.
You sure you don't want a buddy, old pal?
We're gone, by the way.
Well, I'm not.
As soon as that started happening, I was like, yeah, we're gone.
Ah. Yeah, fuck.
Okay, so Uriel is
But
staying
also-
at the Haven Inn. Miragash is also at the Haven Inn. Though
'Cause I got
Uriel's
tricked.
kind of keeping his
Literally.
distance.
I want to spend time with Gordai and Bellamy specifically at the moment. No offense,
Hey, that's
obviously.
fair. No, that's totally fair. Don't worry about it. Marriott is willing to let you do it. That's Uriel a little bit.
Yeah, I saw my opportunity and I took it. Just stroke the ego, and then that's all that needs to happen.
All right, so
Buddy, old pal.
Bellamy, Violet, Goradai, you're all going shopping. I'll say Glimmer stays behind
Yeah.
for the sake of ease, because if she goes to the smithy,
This
um,
Oh, Ryan's in here. Hi, Ryan.
okay. So you three, are you trying? Okay, so give me. Let's see. Trinket shops, huh? Let me see here.
Like cheap, inexpensive stuff. Maybe like pretty baubles and shit. I want to look at nice, gaudy jewelry or something. I think that would make Violet happy right now.
Give me a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Gorda, like, I'm guessing we hit like the random like shops that they that Violet and Bellamy, what they want to hit first. So I'm guessing Gorda will just like be with them, just
Yeah.
having a grand old time.
Well, while we're on the way, I do want to address Goradai. Just be like, so you're really into the stars and whatnot, huh? Astronomy?
Oh yeah,
Call it.
I know they're out there.
They?
Them? Oh yeah,
Okay.
I
Who's
see
they?
them. I've seen them. I know they're there.
Well, we all see the stars. What makes
Yeah.
your experience different?
He kind of gets like really close to you and like, I've seen them. I know they're there.
Who's they?
He's
Like,
just
she's like
laughing.
not. She's not phased by this
Yep.
at the moment. So.
Yeah. He's just laughing. Like,
Yeah. No, she's taking you 100% seriously at the moment.
I know. It's like, yeah. It's like, it's them. I don't know what they are, but I've seen them. I know it. I know it. Trust me, I'm
Okay.
not crazy.
I don't think you're crazy, Gordai. I really
Really?
don't. I think you're probably a lot smarter than you think.
At the mention of that, I think like through his laughter, it's just like tears. Like no one has ever not called him crazy before.
Oh.
Because he's totally sane.
Oh.
Can I ask something, Gordai?
Yeah.
Have you always talked like this?
He kind of ponders. As long as I've known to talk.
Then that's just you. Don't let nobody call you crazy. They don't know you.
I'm not crazy. I'm not. I know what I saw. I'm not crazy.
She'll like put a hand on your shoulder. She says, "I know."
He grasp it and like again just the big old grin through like just kind of like choked up laughs.
She'll give you like an actual like genuine smile, and she'll just continue on. She'll give an eye of Bellamy, like, you see.
He definitely has like a hop, skip, and a jump in his step now. Like you made his like entire year.
She'll kind of, yeah, like she'll let you kind of do your little skip ahead, I guess, but she'll kind of lean towards Bellamy for a second and say, "They're not so scary when you get to know them and understand why they are the way they are."
Look, Violet. Okay, we're getting closer, right? The closer we get, the more nervous I am. Okay, do you really think we can afford to take this on a gesture to Goradai? You don't think this might fuck everything up?
No, I don't.
Why not?
Truly.
Why?
Because it's not about the baggage people carry. We've all got baggage. It's
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. It's just like that's a lot.
why is it a lot? Is it because you're just not used to it?
No, I'm
Or
just
does it
afraid it
need a
might.
specific standard?
I'm
or
just
what?
afraid it might attract the wrong people, the wrong
The
attention.
bad?
And we're trying to stay quiet, and this could be a lot. This is really loud, and I'm not just talking vocally. Look at him. He's like skipping around.
Bellamy, when we had asked him to tone down the laughing, he could do it. He did it on command, and he will if he has to, but that's just not who he truly is. And sometimes we have to be people we aren't for but a moment, but at the end of the day, that's just who he is. And you have to accept that.
I do, and it's curious. It is interesting.
Follow that
But it makes
curiosity.
but it just makes me so nervous because we're getting so close. I don't want this to get fucked up.
Are you nervous because he's strange, or are you nervous because this is very new for you being close to people?
I think
And I don't say that with no judgment. I really don't, from the bottom of my heart. But none of us know each other. I mean, for all I know, he probably thinks you're as weird as you think he's weird.
all I'm saying is it's a lot and it's loud, and people see. Everyone sees it. Look at them. Everybody's watching. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
And all I'm saying is that you are the same person that Gorodai is to you, but to me. I thought you were outlandish, crazy sometimes. You weren't exactly as crazy as laughing through all your words, but it's not. It was new to someone like me. And Gorodai is new to someone like you. So follow that curiosity. Get to know what is making you uncomfortable, and it won't make you uncomfortable no more. Because I guarantee you, this isn't his problem. It's your problem. And I say that with love in my heart. But I gotta check you.
We'll
You're
see.
wavering. I'll take it.
I'm still nervous.
That's okay.
Very nervous.
But sometimes you gotta see he's just a guy. Just like you. Just like any of us. We all bleed red. Just food for
Alright.
thought. And she'll
All right.
go on ahead.
Both of you, or any of you, give me a perception check, please.
Perception?
Uh-huh.
Me too.
Fuck,
The
that's
people
a
that are
And you
shopping.
invited the one,
Cool.
and Riley,
Damn it.
you uninvited the one person who's good possession.
I got a 3.
7. It's
We
so
all
close to an 18.
And failed, I'm
Bellamy?
sure.
9.
Damn.
You spend the better part of an hour and a half wandering the city. You've never been unescorted by someone who knows the city before.
Oh, excuse me.
So it takes quite a bit. You find a couple of shops that look like they might be interesting, and then you either look at price tags and realize this is the wrong place, or as you kind of peruse, you realize this is more just like a little knickknack store, and nothing seems to be particularly interesting. One sign on the side of the road does kind of catch your eye, Violet. You're in the lower slabs, kind of over on the overlook area of the city. And you see, let me pull this up, kind of in this strange looking, kind of hobbled together shop. Kind of this little dark cornered alley of the city. The front of it is marked by a crooked sign, kind of swinging in the light breeze. It has like numerous wood carvings on it, and as you kind of look at it, trying to read it, it almost looks like the carvings shift and kind of like rearrange themselves a little bit. Looking under, the entrance is just a real low arched door that has a bunch of multicolored glass panes. So it's almost the entire door is just little pock marks with little bits of colored glass. It's not uniform in any artistic way. It looks very patchwork, but it gives a very personal and charming look. Yes. So no clean cuts of glass. There's sharp angles and weird shapes that kind of just are pushed into the wood.
Cool.
And it gives a shifting rainbow onto the cobblestones. Kind of peeking in a little bit, the air is thick with this smell of old parchment and like dried herbs with a little metallic tang to it. Looking up, it's probably like a good 25 feet tall to the ceiling, with high, narrow shelves that almost seem to bow and bend inward from the weight of all the numerous things stacked on these shelves. And this place is filled to the brim with baubles, jars, trinkets, things that are like the size of like a small baseball to us, and you do see often like one corner like shoved like in a bookshelf behind books. You see like a light, like this very bright sword, but it doesn't give the impression that this shop sells anything special in terms of like anything specific. But they seem to have a little bit of everything, and it's definitely quirky.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was looking for. Okay. Is there anyone like manning the shop?
Interesting. Yes. As you as the three of you walk in, you can hear a quiet, almost like a violin or a viola stringed instrument a little bit in a corner. Kind of following the music a little bit, you see a strange figure. He's about 6.5 feet tall. It looks kind of strange. His legs are like pencil thin, that goes up into like this larger bowed out torso. You can't really see his head as it's kind of like scrunched down, but he has this long leather, like a frock on almost. And he seems to be tinkering with something. You don't see him like playing an instrument or anything of the sort. Kind of clear your throat to kind of get their attention, and the figure turns, and you are almost set aback by you see a metallic face. A very simple, flat sheet of metal that has two small little holes that are just that are just kind of shadowed, and you can't really see what's in them. And you can just ever so slightly hear the ticking of gears as this large warforged turns towards you. None of you have ever seen a creature like this. You've heard of them, but they're not common.
Oh my. Hi there.
Oh, hello.
Are you
Welcome.
open?
We are, yes. And
Wonderful.
as he kind of turns toward you, his body almost seems to give all the tone that his voice conveys. There's no mouth that you can see, but you do hear a rather warm, pleasant voice.
Someone's gonna try to touch him.
He kind of like looks down and you like touching like his arm, and he kind of boops you on the arm back. I'm quite real, I assure you.
You're
That is
one
so
of
cool.
Thank
you're
you.
one of them. What do they call them? Or something.
There are numerous names that people refer to my sort of entity. Warforge, Clockworks, there's a many number of things. but you may call me Revik.
Sorry, you cut out a little bit.
And you may call me Revik.
Revik.
Revik. I am one of the two proprietors of this shop. Welcome welcome to the Curio Paradox.
Curio Paradox. That's quite a name.
I didn't choose it.
You said there was 2 of you here?
Yes, my partner is in the back, going through some of the inventory.
Oh. Sorry, I was kind of just mostly looking to window shop, but such a nice establishment. I mean, I was just hoping to see some jewelry, maybe?
We have a number of any kind of thing that you may be looking for. I'm afraid there is not a lot of cohesion and organization as of yet. And he kind of like voice kind of tenses and he kind of like turns his head to look farther deeper into the shop.
That's
But
quite all
if
right.
you choose, I may be able to assist you in finding specific things. But it is a bit of a shop incentive that many things that you may find are best acquired and found through simply perusing.
Okay.
Violet,
Yeah.
what kind of magic is this?
The kind that gives life, I suppose.
So, do you always know what time it is?
Okay.
He turns
That's
and looks at a
funny.
ticking clock on the wall. It is about 2 p.m.
That is so cool. They are clocks.
As you kind of are able to take in this figure more, a lot of the weight of his form seems to sit in his torso, and as you can kind of see, this kind of almost like a sleeveless robe. You can see through as it kind of moves that there is like a thick glass that makes up like 75% of his torso, and you can see thousands of multi-sized gears just ever so diligently just clicking and spinning and whirring. He seems to have like a very brass and copper frame. Faceplate is just an expressionless plate with little holes for eyes. But as you can kind of look, it almost looks like a very faded Damascus sort of texture to it, and some of the swirls in the metal almost look like eyebrows, maybe a nose. So it's kind of just how the metal kind of looks is a bit.
I think Violet's just
Um,
giddy. Like, this place looks cool, this person's cool. I think she's gonna look around at the jewelry and just see what she sees, I guess.
Yeah. And you can see that in his hands he is holding like a small box that is giving off a light strumming sound. Seems to be the source of that music that you had heard. If you all want to just peruse, we can
I
go
do
one at
wanna
a time, or yeah.
That device you got there,
Yes.
how is it playing music?
This is a piece that was acquired through a merchant train about 2 years ago. I believe they came up from Nyland. Some specialties in a number of little curios and trinkets. We have a few music boxes. This one has been a bit finicky, and I wanted to assess its integrity.
Oh. Music boxes. That's what they're called. I've decided that Violet's never seen a music box.
Okay.
Do you have any more of those?
I believe we have 2 others. I am afraid I could not point you to where they are.
What about that one that you got? Is that one for sale?
It can be. It is been a bit less than optimal for my standards, but if you wish to purchase it, that can be
Where are you
more
from?
than easily done. I Let me look at my world map quick. And let me pick.
Spin the wheel and choose where he's from.
Yeah, just get a dart. Just
Kinda.
throw it at the map.
My earliest recollections are far across the sea in the Eastlands. In the Iberian Empire, I believe. My history is a bit storied and long, but I eventually found myself here and I'd made an acquaintance with my current business associate. And you can hear in the corner, in the back of the room, this muffled voice. Oh, this like shrill, shrieking sound as you hear like some sort of objects falling and tumbling. You just hear this clatter of noise. Just
Do they
Hey,
need help?
pay her no
That-
mind.
Were you built?
Trying to be
Entities,
curious.
entities such as myself are typically created outside of a biologic means. Yes,
Outside of a biologic means.
built,
Yeah.
crafted, enchanted. I myself do not know all of the functions of which give me life.
Well, that's a shame. The other way is a lot more fun, let me assure you.
I will have to take your word for it.
Alright. Well,
I'll
I'm
kind
gonna
of
go...
like glance over where I heard the crashing.
Yeah, you kind of like make your way a little bit deeper in the shop and you can see there is a old woman, maybe like barely scratching 5 feet tall. She
Oh, just like Brianna.
she's got a patchwork kind of cloak that almost looks like it's shimmering like oil on water. She's got bright, almost looks like it's kind of glowing in the light of the candles. Very reflective, silver hair, in an impossibly intricate braid. Her hair kind of is kind of short, but it kind of just puffs out at all angles a little bit. Kind of looks like the grandma from Meet the Crudes.
Oh my
Um,
God.
real sharp nose. As you can see, you're kind of getting up from her knees. Just,
Do you need help in here?
I'm fine. Who are you?
Just a patron.
Welcome to my store. And she like quickly like puffs her chest out and like begins to like walks towards you. Takes your arms with her hands. Says, "Welcome to the Curio Paradox. This is a very fine store with many fine things. Please buy something."
Plan to.
Thank you.
I was interested in that music box I was hearing earlier. Your
It's for
partner
sale.
mentioned
Yeah, whatever you like. Everything here is for sale, even the loaf out front.
How much?
How much you got? You can like hear Revik just, "I'm not for sale."
that. You two are quirky. I like it. Do you got any
what's-
recommendations for... I'm sorry?
What's your name, sweetheart?
My name's Violet.
Magda. And she kind of takes her like real shriveled, wrinkled hands and kind of just gives you a small shake. Oh.
I'm looking for some real ugly jewelry. Like ugly in a pretty way. If you got anything like that.
Well, most of it's up in my jewelry box upstairs, but I'm sure we could find something for you.
Yeah.
And kind of just like elegantly just kind of like slides her arm around your waist and begins to like pull you through the shelves. Anyone liking to just peruse the shop?
Yeah, I can
We'll start. Well, let's start with Bellamy. Give me a D4. you're just looking at shelves, I assume, because that's all you've
I
done so
am-
far.
Yeah, 2.
2.
Taking advantage of this downtime, whether you like it or
2.
not.
Roll a d20.
13.
13. You find a beautiful. It almost looks like gold, but not gold. It's like a beautiful, intricate candle holder. It's about yay big. It looks like a twisting tree, almost. And if it was the size it was, and obviously metal, it has some heft to it. It's almost perfectly crafted. And the branches kind of swirl and twist and have these little cups that you can put like candlesticks into. A beautiful
bigger
piece.
thing. Okay, yeah.
It's like a full like Civil War candle holder. It's like that big. That you like hold up and like put candles on.
Okay.
Beautiful, but quite mundane.
Can I light it?
It has no candles on it. It's empty. It's not holding any candles.
Just gonna shake it a little bit.
Heft, solid.
Back.
That's the rolls you get, man. Gorodai, give me a d4.
Yes, sir. Yoink.
Love random shop rolling tables.
3.
3. Give me a d20.
Yes, sir. 6.
6. I feel like Gorodai is one of the guys that can't keep his hands off of the things in the shelves, so the entire thing just kind of just touch.
Oh yeah.
And as you go,
he picks something up, he looks at it, he's like, and then puts
making
it back.
your way through the shelves in the drawers, and you go to kind of just dragging your hand along a shelf, kind of up on by your shoulder, and something very small moves, and you go, and you pick it up, and it's a large coin. It's like the size of like a silver dollar. It looks like it's made of like a brass or a copper. There is a on one side of it, it is just kind of this metallic kind of swirl, and on the other side, there is just a hand, like a handprint.
Okay.
Kind of pick it up, flip it in the air, and it disappears.
Ooh.
And you feel a weight kind of settle in your pocket. And there it is. This is a shadow coin. A coin that vanishes when flipped, and it reappears in the flipper's pocket.
Love it.
Ooh.
That's it.
I'll go up to what's his name? Vivek.
Revit.
Revik. Mr. Clockman. How much is this? Hey, look at this.
Clockman.
You are far too giddy for something so simple. And kind of takes it from your hands. This, I believe this was about 3 silver pieces, I believe was the price that she put on it. And kind of like reaches out and just drops it in your hand.
I'll drop 1 gold piece. Here you go.
Takes it and gives you 7 silver.
He's like, ooh, wait, so much money. Thank you very much.
Love him.
And you can all, this is a pretty small shop. It's maybe like 20 by 20 feet, but
Yeah.
at least like you only have about 30% of that because the shelves and how many things are here. You have to like almost walk sideways through these shelves and kind of squeeze past anything. And so you can all hear each other's conversations pretty easily. And Revik says to you, Gorodai, many of the more magically inclined items here are of an unusual nature. Collected through either collectors who did not want them, those who could not determine a purpose or use for them, or simple things that have taken on a magic of their own over time from wherever it is that they were found. Violet, on the other side of the store, so can kind of like raises her voice to match him, even though she's not in the conversation. Yes, I did travel through many of the realms back in my prime, collected many of these items. Oh, those are the days, and now I am living the life of a fucking milkmaid. And you can hear Revik off the side just,
Damn.
and you're the one who wanted this shop. this this endless, non-stop, just kind of just
Bickering.
back and forth between the two of them.
That's so funny. Oh my god.
Would you happen to
Yes.
anything for peeping? You know, like
Anything for peeping?
like a telescope for looking up. I was actually planning on going somewhere else, but I mean, might as well pop it in here. You seem very nice. Seem very odd, very much whimsy here.
Roll a d20 for me, just for reddit.
Shits and giggles.
We'll see if he knows of anything.
4. My gosh.
Items of that nature are useful. They have a purpose, and as such, they have no place here. Or they are bought quickly if they do find a home here. I apologize.
Apologize, not your fault. Well, I mean, hey, everyone needs a home.
That's very true.
Violet, give me a d4.
Arky! Juan!
Juan,
One.
give me a d20.
Four.
You find there's a small like wicker basket that is filled with sort of all metal. They look like jewelry pieces. You pick one up and it looks like it was probably at some point a very nice silver ring, but the bottom of it is like cracked and broken open, so it's not a full band anymore. Many pieces like that. There's some pretty gaudy pieces in here. There is
I'm
one
looking
that
for, like chunky.
there is
clunky
one that
rings.
you kind of reach in, you kind of pick up. There's some clunky rings in here for sure. That are just aesthetically, they're not nice. They're like uneven
I love that.
bands. They're heavy. The bands are like a centimeter thick. So there's some ugly stuff in here. But what you reach and grab is like a handle. Fits in the size, this palm of your hand, and you kind of pull it out, and it's this small hand mirror with it has a silver handle and a silver backing, and it has a crack running through the back of it. But the glass, the pane of the reflected pane itself is untouched. Magda next to you. Yes, it was a nice piece. The lady who sold it unfortunately could not get over the fact that she dropped it. Hence the crack on the back. One of the more simple things here, but certainly.
Is the mirror itself cracked?
The mirror itself is not cracked. It's just the framing of it itself is kind of like the back of it is kind of like messed up a little bit, but the reflective plate itself is fine.
What would be the material that the back would be made out of? Like a metal?
Looking at it, it looks like it's like a silver.
Silver, okay.
A little tarnished, but nothing a rag and elbow grease won't fix.
I'll hang on to it. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get that though.
It's kind of funny that you rolled that.
It kind of is, yeah.
Anyone else? Otherwise,
I do want to get a brooch.
A brooch. There is one. Magda hands you a small little clothing pin, and it looks like like it's made out of like a very dark, like black reflective stone. And it looks like it's in the shape of like a beetle. So it's like think of
that. Oh my god.
And you kind of touch it, and the wings kind of flip open, and there's tiny little gears inside of it that are just turning.
I'll take it.
It is a tiny little clockwork beetle that just twitches when it's touched.
I'm taking it. In addition to that, I don't suppose you or maybe someone you know does jewelry restoration? I got a pair of rings.
We are always willing to do our best. but there is a reason there's not an anvil at the front of the shop.
Okay. No worries.
We don't. Obviously, we're not very specialized. I think things like this gives them character. You can get something perfect and pretty anywhere, but something broken?
I mean, it can only break in a very specific way. It's
Shows
the
that it has a little bit
character.
of life to it.
I fully agree, I do. And she'll kind of pull out the necklace with the 2 rings on them, and one of them is perfectly fine. The other one is like tarnished. But the gemstones in each are in good condition. She just kind of like gestures. She says, I just need to clean the other one up. Would you recommend a smithy?
A lot of the crafters around like the sword corridor, brutes, all of them. No touch for the finer things.
Yeah.
If you wish, you could leave, and you can leave such things in my care. I can have them fix, arrange in whatever nature that you like.
Thank you. How much would I owe you?
Oh, for which the brooch, the mirror, getting these other pieces, let's say 3 gold pieces.
Oh, really? Oh, my, here,
You
for
are
your
aware of what part of the
trouble.
city you're in, right?
Venture, it's all.
I remember the day. She kind of like looks off into the distance.
You see, you get it, you know. Here, for your trouble, she's gonna give her 10 gold. They, the ring is
It's
made of platinum,
quite.
so
Hmm?
please take it.
It's useless to me.
The gold?
I gave you a price and you didn't pay it. That's a bit rude. And she kind of shoves the 6 gold back at you. Or 7.
Oh.
If you like the shop, if you like me, of course you do, just purchase more. But I will not accept charity.
Hmm. Do I buy that whole basket of jewelry? How much would that even be?
10 gold. Including,
Let's do it.
including the things that you already have. There you go. Happy
See.
purchases. It like takes the basket, like shoves it into your gut. Um, and then as you're kind of like turning down this little hallway, you see the large kind of cloaked lumbering form of Revik. If you may. And he kind of like takes the basket from you and begins to like he takes each piece and puts it on a little table off to the side and just and kind of like traces it almost. And you see he's definitely doing some sort of mental calculations of some sort and then puts it back in the basket. Simply verifying dimensional quality and integrity. And kind of hands it back to you.
Okay.
That is all.
Thank you.
Just turns and goes back to working on his little music box.
Cool. I'm happy. I got a basket
Anyone
of
else?
jewelry.
Gorodai or Bellamy?
That's all I wanted.
Bellamy's in the back, just like putting on hats, taking them off, shaking their
Hmm.
boxes, putting them back, looking at their little glasses.
Yeah, Gordai's just playing with his coin.
All right. Anything else you want to do in this little shop? If you want to roll for more stuff to buy stuff, just say so.
I
Alright, I'll
think I'm
roll.
happy.
Go for it. Give me a roll. D4 and D20.
Alright, D4. 3.
D20.
D20. 12.
12. You find a pearl the size of a baseball.
Oh, not this shit again.
And as you kind of hold it, the surface of it kind of shifts. It's almost, think of a circular, like a Rubik's Cube almost. That's how it kind of moves. You don't see any shifting pieces or anything like that, but you can't even see it. But as you hold it, you feel like the bottom portion of it just twist. The texture, the movement of it. But it doesn't look like it moves at all, even as you feel it shifting in your hand.
What the fuck is this? I'm gonna go to the lady. Just be like,
That, oh, what a wonderful little item. And she kind of picks it up. This is a puzzle pearl. Got it from one of my many forays into the plane of water. Beautiful submerged cities.
You've been crossing.
Apparently, this is I have crossed many dimensions in my day.
What about the Shadowfell?
Fuck that place.
Fair. That's fair.
I didn't see very much of it. I got to one of those courts. It was just full of goblins and the like. Ugh, gross.
Yeah.
No personal hygiene of any sort. It seemed to be a cultural thing.
Yeah.
And they have no. Do you know they have no word for stealing? It's a cult. They don't steal in their mind. They're just communist. No, I much preferred.
Fuck! No, that was so funny.
I much preferred the plane of water is quite dangerous, but the little secluded areas of safety are beautiful. I
Yeah.
believe this is a toy they tend to give some of their children. You can't see the puzzle, but it is there if you can solve it.
What?
Maybe something happens.
how do I solve it if I can't see it?
That is the trick.
Trick?
I think you should get it. Curiosity and all.
Yeah, I'll bite. How much you want?
Kind of like takes it and like throws it over her shoulder, and Revik, without even looking, just catches it. Just 2 gold. Like throws it back, and Magda catches it. Just 2 gold.
How long have y'all known each other?
Oh, long time.
Did you
Long
make
time.
him?
I
Ask that
I
bone.
built Revik to serve a great, glorious purpose, and Revik over in the corner she did not make me. It is beyond her, and they just begin to like dive down into this bickering little just back and forth.
You don't ask
And
questions.
and Mug just kind of just turns back. And is like, I did not. I made him, but. We've been associates, partners, lovers for about a decade now. And over in the corner, just we're not lovers.
Was that like in a
Alright,
sad
dude.
tone?
No, just like
Oh.
this bitch.
Okay. Interesting.
Alright, well, thank you. Immediately fiddling with it. As I'm
Yeah,
walking
and
over to
as
Robert.
you're kind of holding it, you can feel yourself able to kind of shift it in different forms. There's no bound like angles that you can turn it. You can kind of go like kind of back and forth, and then you go from an angle, and then you grab like a couple of different points, and you like kind of open your hand almost like you're zooming in on an Apple screen, and the whole like surface of it just goes and it just kind of shifts a little bit. And you can feel it, but it's next to impossible to see any change, even as you can feel it changing in your hands.
I'm like playing with it in front of Violet, just trying to like show her. It's like,
It looks like he's playing with the Fushigi ball. Like
The
you
fushigi.
can't see anything. You can't see anything different about it.
Love Fushigi.
The greatest scam of 2005.
Honestly.
I mean,
Is there anything else
it
any of you
looks
want to
cool.
do?
I wish I knew what the fuck I was doing.
Sometimes that's the beauty of it. You don't.
Well, if you're able to open it up, let me know what's inside. If there is, I don't know if there's anything inside.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. What about you, laughing man? I hear him over there chuckling in the corner.
Look, there's his. What? And he'll just do like a whoosh. That's gone. And
Okay,
wait. It was in my pocket the whole time. I bet you didn't see that one, did you?
I love this.
Is there anything else anyone wants to do in this shop?
Trying to.
I'm good.
Yeah, I think I'm good too.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
You say goodbye to Revik and Magda, and make your way over across the city to the Sword Corridor, and find yourself in front of the Faze Foundry, small smithing shop, open forge out in the front with a small little interior off to the side. You do see hammering away at the anvil outside, just even though it's probably like 30 degrees outside and misty and cold. You see a burly dwarf just pounding away at a hot stick of metal before he kind of just submerges it in a bucket of water next to him. Places it back on the anvil, kind of turns and kind of acknowledges you before he begins like lightly tapping on this piece of metal. What did I do for you?
Hi there. So I heard from a friend you guys are good smiths. um, I was wondering if I could commission something.
Try that again without the laughing. Like without even
Alright.
looking at
Be
you.
an ass.
All right, Gordai kind of like
Just
slaps
gives
his
you like a
face.
side eye. Just
Excuse me, good sir. I have heard from an associate that you are a smith of honest repute, and I would like to commission one piece of utility from this fine establishment, this chilled eve.
You broke him.
you
He's
mocking me,
perfectly
boy.
happy.
Not at all, sir. You asked
I think
you asked me to not laugh, and I am admittedly trying the best I can not to laugh.
That's his non-laughing voice. He did it just for you.
And it is very apparent that he is like holding back.
Look at Brendan.
Listen, we just need to maybe commission something. He's looking for a telescope. I don't
Yes,
know if
quite.
that's anything you specialize in, but
How big?
something to gaze upon
I know what
the
a
empty
telescope is.
expanse.
How big?
enough
Yes.
to see the stars, I would assume. right?
Something that is portable. I would would be best.
You want something like a sextant or something bigger?
I believe a sextant should work for my purposes. Just something to gaze upon the night sky, to look for any comets, what have you, and the like.
Stargazing.
How fast do you
believe
want it?
Our friend
We're
Uriel
gonna be in
and
town
Glimmer
for a
was here
week.
before.
Oh yeah. Uriel and Glimmer. We
Kind of just like raises his eyebrows a little bit, but other than that, gives no
Yep.
acknowledgement.
but yeah, we're gonna be in town for about a week. Maybe more. I don't know if that's enough time.
About 4 days.
Sure. Is that
There's
okay,
pieces.
Jordan?
Pieces are smaller, require more time, with more intricate little bits. 4 days,
Thanks, good
30
sir.
gold.
How much of the currency, the golden currency,
30.
would this
30
piece
gold.
run?
30.
Perfect. I shall hand over 30 in a very like in like what he
Stiff.
thinks is normal.
He takes like this little pouch, fishes out a number of coins, then throws the pouch to you. Half now, half later is the usual policy.
Gordai just kind of looks towards Violet. What does that mean? What does that mean?
It means you're gonna give him 15 gold now, and when he's finished, you're gonna give him 15 gold later.
Why? Why? What? I
It
don't get it.
ensures that both parties have collateral. It's okay.
But
You trust me? It's okay.
Oh, but wouldn't but doesn't it make more sense to pay the asking price up front?
Normally,
You wanted or
yes,
not,
but
Yes.
then pay me 15 gold in 4 days.
And 1,000 thank yous, my good sir. Truly, it shall be a piece unlike no other. 1,000 thanks.
real hard.
Me too.
And may I please stop talking in this
Gorda,
quite
you don't ever
mad.
have to talk like that. You're fine.
Thank you. It is quite mad for me to talk. I don't know how anyone can understand me like this. Truly. I sound quite crazy.
I really don't know either, Gorda.
Anything else? What else can I do for you?
After the transaction, I don't think there's anything else. I'm not gonna push the topic of the face smithy because like we don't know. So
Well, would you mind looking at something for me real quick? Well, not real
Sure.
quick, but he's just gonna draw his sword and kind of lay it out. It's like it's a bit old. I was wondering if you could just look at it, clean it up, maybe replace some wiring.
He like actually begins to, and you can see that this person knows exactly what he's doing. He has a very detailed eye, and you can watch him as he kind of picks up the sword. You can see how he feels the weight of it, kind of tests the edge and the straightness, and kind of presses the blade against the anvil and just begins to bend it a little bit, and it goes right back, and it goes right.
All right.
I need to know what I'm working with.
I know. Just it has a lot of sentimental value, you know. So
Of course it does.
very much, yeah.
You just want it cleaned up.
Yeah, clean up, replace anything broken. I mean, just you know, it needs a little tune-up.
It could use sharpening, shine, rewrap the handle, reset the cross guard, but the only thing that really looks like it's missing is just the pommel piece here. And he kind of points to the blank pommel piece. This is just a blank sword. You want something inscribed and printed. And you would remember that it used to have your family crest on it before it was removed.
Yeah. Do you guys do? Can you put a family rest on there? Is that thing you can do?
As long as I know what it is.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. I'm just gonna guess paper. I'm gonna draw it.
I have parchment.
Shouldn't be too difficult.
Can I
Probably
peek at
take.
what it is? What it looks like?
I don't have a drawing yet. This is kind of
Describe it.
off the cuff. I don't have one yet.
You don't have it.
I don't have it yet.
Make it up.
Okay, sure.
You do it or I will. So
All right, sure.
It's a
It
boat.
is.
Off the dome.
do it live.
Do it live.
Trying to decide what I want to do.
Here, I'll make it a little simpler. Do I recognize it?
No.
Okay, cool.
You see
Okay,
a bunch of
yeah.
shapes and colors that
Yeah.
you have no idea what they mean.
It's just going to be.
But I'm not
Just make it like. Just make it a V. How about that? And make it like at the very tips. It's going to be kind of pointed out to the side, and the bottom is going to have that, like a line at the base. I gotta draw it for you. Maybe
You see
something-
this. You see this symbol. You don't recognize it in any way. That's a normal V.
Yeah,
Uh,
but it's
yeah.
a little more.
Hey,
intricate,
it
you
is.
know what I
It
mean?
is.
Little
Okay,
fancy
I got you.
vision.
Little
I see
old,
your
little
vision.
old English
Yeah.
parchment. Okay. Yeah. You don't recognize it in any way. No.
Yeah. I don't think so.
Dwarf kind of looks at it. Simple. Take. If you leave it here, I could have it done in the morning.
Sounds good. How much can set you back?
5.
Done. Do you want half now, or do you want all front?
No, that's fine.
All right.
I don't get
hand
it.
over.
Anything else? Right. Bellamy, you leave your weapon in the care of the Fae's Foundry. Baubles and trinkets in tow. You make your way back to the Haven Inn. Is there anything you'd like to do? Otherwise, we're gonna move right on ahead.
I don't think so.
3 days later.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay.
It's been a pretty quiet few days. Bellamy, you get your sword. You get your weapon back. It is bright and shiny. The leather wrapping, which makes up the handguard, is fresh and cleaned and newly wrapped and polished. The crossguard is solidly set. It had a little bit of a rattle to it, but now it's truly set in stone. And as you look, you can see not a perfect, but as much as you could relay your family crest. 4 days. We'll say 4 days. Gorodai, you pay your other 15 gold, and you get a large. It's not quite a sextant, but it is. It does have a little bit of the same use to it, but it is a little bit more of just like a pocket telescope, essentially.
Perfect.
It is narrow and thin, with kind of gold framing on the rounded edges, with a bright clear leather that makes up the lengthened tubes, and it almost you can kind of click it apart and detach it so it's smaller, and then you can
Yep.
put it back together and it's long.
Sweet.
As you all are enjoying a hearty lunch of bread and cheese and meats, a little bit of ale to wash it down. You watch as the waitress. Let me pull up her description again. A barmaid. This an LA elf that you've seen quite a bit. Her name is Alira. You would have gotten that information by now. Long silver hair that kind of goes down to her thighs almost. Very quiet and calm. She brings a large tray full of tankards and mugs to your table, places them all down, and on the last mug, she kind of drops it in front of you, Uriel, and like leaves her hand on it and kind of just looks at you, takes her hand off, turns around, and she walks away. And you can see underneath there's a tiny little like corner of a piece of paper sticking out from underneath your cup.
I'll just take it and is it like a small piece? It's like a small piece.
It is a folded up. It's like the size of a Post-it, but it's just a folded up piece of paper.
I'll read it, scan it to myself first.
It is unsigned, but you can see a very flowy script. It's let me so I can tell you exactly what it says. It gives you a street address, and then just below that, it says "Ask for the redhead," and then there's just a little X line, and then CV.
BB.
No, unsigned. I apologize. It's unsigned. It's not signed. But easy enough for you all to understand that this is probably the message you were all waiting for the last couple of days.
Does Uriel tell us? I would assume.
If you would give me 2 seconds. Yes. Looks like we have our first assignment. I'll just kind of set the note down in the middle of the table.
Mirigesh, the address seems a little familiar, but you've never been there yourself. It's been a long time, but it is it's in the lower slabs, kind of tucked up against the cliff face, that goes from like the upper slabs down to the lower slabs. So it's kind of shoved up into the wall of the mountain itself. But nothing seems specifically special about the address.
I know where this is. I think it's there.
Thank you.
Great, we'll go.
We're heading on our way.
Go as soon as we're done here.
Right. You all pack down the rest of your lunches and make your way out of the Haven Inn and across. It's a few blocks away, and you find a kind of a larger, almost looks like a warehouse or a barn of some sort. I can actually close this one because I don't need any more. A small barn, well made, quiet. No one seems to be going in or out. Doors are closed.
Well, does it look like closed for business, or is it just like?
It's not a business. It's just it's kind of almost looks like a storehouse or a warehouse of some sort. But nothing to denote that it is a business or storefront or anything like that. Just a building, kind of just unmarked.
I'll just knock on the front door then.
A couple moments goes by, and the door cracks open slightly, and you see that there's a gnome, kind of peeking out at all of you. Younger, tousled black hair, seems to have some robes or uniform on of some kind, but just looking at you silently.
I'll hold the note. I'm not gonna give it to him. I'm just gonna hold it in my hand and show it to him so that he can.
It says to ask, and he like snatches it from your hand, just opens the door a little bit. Come on. Make your way
You guys
inside.
need to learn to follow. Okay.
He can't read. As I pass him.
Who just whispered he can't read?
Stepping into this barn, the inside is much nicer than the outside. From the exterior, it looks like a warehouse or a store or a kind of a storehouse of some sort. But stepping inside, it almost looks like a home. You see plush leather chairs and couches, kind of arrayed in a small little seating area, as well as like a small fireplace unlit, and sitting on one of these couches, you see a human woman, tight auburn hair, just a little bun, kind of like pinched features a little bit, maybe in like her 40s. She is dressed in very nice clothes. She almost is wearing like a pantsuit, with these kind of tall heels, very kind of like a dark cobalt bluish gray color, with like a cream white shirt that's kind of like buttoned up all the way to the top, with one of those little brooches that you see on like westerns, with little tassels kind of going down.
Bolo.
I don't know what's called.
Bolo tie.
Bolo tie.
Yeah.
With very simple but beautiful jewelry on her fingers and wrists. That was quick. Kind of just leg just over the other, just kind of just taking you all in.
I suppose
Didn't
we're
exactly
here
have-
for you.
Introductions, please.
My name is Zuriel.
Violet.
Mira Gash, pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Pleasure.
Name's Gorda.
Bellamy.
DM, am I with them?
Everyone, yep, you're all there. You just got the Hello. Do you need any recap as to what happened, or do you recall? You were waiting on an assignment, basically, from Corvin Voss, and you have just received it. My name is Adrisa Karamorta. I am
A what?
Adrisa Karamort. Adrisa. And last name Karimort. Carimort. I am a member of a group referred to as the Cognoscenti Esoterica. We are a group of individuals that specialize and pursue collections of objects of curious origin, historical significance. These items can typically be owned by the powerful and popular, speculated to blah, 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 blah. Well, some of them have a little bit more subtle use than just being pieces of art or collectibles. Are any of you familiar with my group? And I will say anyone from the material plane can give me a history check.
Can't say
Oh,
that I.
do I get anything because I'm from this town?
Nope.
Wait, did you say history check?
You're not from this plane.
I'm not, but I have been reading history books.
You have. Go ahead.
Can I do disadvantage?
Sure.
16.
17.
12.
Give me a sec. It's loading. I don't know if it worked.
So Bellamy and Uriel. The Cognoscenti Esoterica is a very niche they're presented as academics and scholars, but those that are a little bit more reputable kind of write them off as pranksters and charlatans, kind of just like, you're not serious. Because though they specialize in these kind of weird objects that have strange origins or significance of some sort, they can take these objects and they will make rather outlandish claims about them with next to no evidence, which kind of makes those that are of those same circles kind of just laugh them off and just ignore them a little bit. But you would know that they take themselves very seriously in what they do and what their purpose, what their goals are. But like, hearing that name attached to something this serious is like, are you serious?
Are they influential or like powerful at all in any
No,
areas?
they have. There are some that are publicly members of it, that are powerful or influential, but everyone's kind of like, oh, and he's also in this group.
Okay.
They're not taken seriously, though
Okay.
they take themselves very serious.
So Scientology.
Kind of, kind of.
Cool.
Ouch.
Okay.
Hey, you
Yeah.
can't do that. Or else Tom
Serious,
Cruise will
serious academics often write off the cognoscenti esoterica as charlatans or pranksters, and with good reason. They rarely collect enough evidence to support their outlandish claims, but they're still around, and sometimes they actually do kind of stumble into something.
Yeah. Like a like broken clock is right twice a day kind of thing. Like
Kinda.
every now and then they're like,
That's kind of the
"Oh,
public
hey,
view
they
of
were
them.
right."
That's the public view of them, yeah.
Okay. How are they
Um,
viewed in the eyes of the theocracy, if at all? But I know like the general
Just
opinion of them.
there isn't really a general opinion of them. A lot of there's notes kept on them, just to ensure that some of the things that they're collecting aren't against code, as it were. But beyond that, not really much. Adrisa, kind of still lounging back on this sofa, kind of just looks at you all, and kind of you're trying to look for your reactions at her introduction. Some of you recognize the name, not all. That's fine. I don't care what your business is or why you're here, only that your services were offered. So, a number of months ago, myself and my associates participated in an auction. An auction for a very valuable and, we will say, priceless painting.
How do you know it's priceless?
That sentimental value.
Not quite. The painting is referred to as Constantori's portrait, a work reputed to depict one of the most beautiful men who ever lived. Besides being a beautiful piece in of itself, it has some historical significance, but it has some magical secrets as well that we have been eager to delve into and try and unravel.
Why?
That is what we all that's our aims in any pursuit of any object. We wish to understand things, their historical significance, the power that dwells in these items, latent or not.
I was just curious, what makes it so special, I guess?
It's a curious thing. Many reports of past owners coming under some sort of magical effects simply being in the proximity of this painting. Besides being a price of art worth thousands of gold pieces, tens of thousands, actually. These magical effects and enchantments are what interest us. It is hiding something we wished to uncover. What? So we purchased it at auction.
What type of magical effects?
Yeah, should we be concerned at all?
It's kind of item
Okay.
that we don't want.
The
I'm not
painting.
gonna fall in love with Uriel, right?
Well, then you already have.
The painting has changed hands several times, but there are multiple descriptions as to what the painting is actually of. One singular object with a multiple perspectives of it. It has a bit of life to it.
If I may ask the inquiry, madam, has anyone who has purchased this painting, or has anyone in the art scene, as some might say, have appraised it along with a
We
what is
know
it, detect magic? Like
well,
what kind of
we are well aware of what this piece is. I myself was able to verify its authenticity. It kind of like waves her hand and sparks of light kind of appear and just dance through her fingertips. It
very
is
pretty.
quite genuine. The issue is about 2 days after our purchase, it was stolen.
Oh, good heavens.
There are those who do not take me and my associates very seriously. As such, we have not gone to the guard, or the town authority, the city authorities, nor do I think that they would be very assisting in getting it back for us. Which is why you are
I'm
here.
assuming that's what we come. Yeah, of course. Well,
Do you
What's
have
it
any
gonna
you
sort
know who
of
took it.
proof of purchase or any sort of any documentation that you're the rightful owner as of now?
We have the bills of sale from the auction house, yes.
If it's possible, I'd like to carry those with us. If we are stopped, there's no way to discern us from thieves, stealing from thieves.
No. I was told that you can be subtle.
Are we gonna make an insight
If
check
you
on
are simply stopped carrying this piece back to me, then you wouldn't be very subtle.
But of course.
that?
Marigosh, you wanted to make a insight check?
Yeah.
What are you
I
looking
don't
for?
think they, I don't think they actually own it. When she said no immediately, like, you can't have the documents, I don't think they own it. Oh,
I mean,
that's
you
a
can
nat too,
think
so I
that.
don't
You
know.
don't. have to-
Insight check wouldn't tell you that anyway.
You can think
Yeah.
whatever you want, Era. Like it doesn't matter what the insight roll is.
Yeah.
I wanted to see if I can get any insight.
To answer
Era's
one of
in
your
the same
earlier
disposition that I am. We don't know what the fuck is going on ever.
questions, yes, we are very aware of who stole it. A group of thieves referred to as the Agile Hand. Mirgash, you know exactly who these people are. This is the Thieves Guild to Carrowgrave. There are no small.
Oh.
There is the one Thieves Guild that operates in this city.
Oh,
The
you can't side of
Agile
the professionals.
Who is that?
The main thief or the only thieves guild in this city. And anything worth having, they'll get it.
Such hooligans of ill repute.
Wait.
That'd be right. Word eye, that'd be right.
Now, we know this because we have one of them. One of the
Oh.
members was rather sloppy. We were able to detain him.
For an interrogation, I presume.
I'm sure he'll be able to give you whatever answers you have, or answers you may require to procure our painting back for us.
If
Okay.
and I'll kind of turn to our group. If I may, would you allow me the courtesy of speaking with this individual? I believe I have some skills that might be of use.
I assumed all of you would wish to speak to him. That is why we kept him here.
But of course.
Yes.
We
might
have
be a little-
extended him the deal that we will allow him to go free if he answers all of your questions truthfully.
What were you saying, Violet? Sorry.
I was just saying it might not be a good idea that we all go in because we're a group of like 6 people. Like that might be a lot all at once. Everyone talking and everything. So maybe like 2 of us or something. Those of us who are a little more charismatically inclined. I don't know. Gotta play up our strengths, I suppose.
Somehow that's Gordai.
It
How
is
about we
both
send
me
in
and
Gordai
Gordai.
and Miragash?
Wait, what?
How about we send in Gordai and Miragash?
I think that's a great idea.
Miragash isn't charismatic. I
I
haven't.
think it's
Excuse
Miragash. He has his charms in his
Excuse
own
me.
ways. Like,
Wait,
yeah,
what?
the dolls are
I don't know
really
what's happening
unsettling,
right
but
now.
like, once you get to know him, maybe he's cool.
No. I'm talking out of character. Like,
I know we're teaming up.
who has the
Yeah.
most probability here?
I have plus
Alright, so
7.
Violet, what's your persuasion?
Plus
I have a
6.
plus 4.
You had a plus
I mean,
4.
For-
You were bragging.
I'm
Yeah,
I'm proficient.
So am I.
I'm
have a 6.
I'm proficient in intimidation, and I have a plus 7 in that.
I also have intimidation too. I just don't have deception. Do you have deception?
I do.
I have deception.
My man.
What's yours?
I do not.
I have plus 7.
All right, it's me and Gordai.
Um,
Hands down. I mean, Uriel, if you want. I don't know how charismatic.
Anyone who wants to go in and talk to him can talk to him.
I'm going.
I want to.
All
If
right.
people,
I'll
there's
leave it
no,
to y'all.
there's no most
don't-
optimal interrogators here. It's
I just want to be in
Yeah,
the
but like the
room.
crosstalk is not gonna help us. I feel like.
When does it ever?
I mean, yeah, that's the point.
I have a
though.
question. I have a question since I know of the Thieves Guild. Is this the kind of thing where if he goes back and they sound like he talks and they'll kill him? Kind
you
of
have no
guild?
idea. You don't know. I mean, you have no reason to know with these people.
That's fair.
That's so situational. Don't know.
Looks like we're all going in.
Six
That was
party
just
members walking through
Danny
the
not wanting to hear
interrogation room.
crosstalk. Is what that was.
It drives me fucking insane, and I'm already overstimulated. It's fine.
We're not gonna stop people from playing the game.
You already kicked me out of the shop.
Not what I'm
so-
asking.
Already kicked me out of the shop. Really?
Six party members walk into an interrogation room.
I'm
Um,
here.
Adrisa kind of. Very well. If you would like to follow me, and she kind of just unravels herself from the couch and stands. With the heels, she's probably like a good 6'3". Kind of marches her way across the room and over. Down, it leads you through a small hallway to what looks like a door leading to an exterior stables, or a hayloft or a barn of some sort, and kind of just pauses in front of it, raises her hands, and makes a series of arcane hand motions, and you can see a ripple in the air in front of this door, kind of just shake. We did promise this person his freedom after all of his questions. After, well, a successful reacquiring of our property. So,
But of course.
kind of takes the barn doors and opens them, and you see it is a dark, unlit room. The light from behind you kind of fills the space. smaller room. Well, no. This looks to be like the interior of a barn of some sort. So you can see a little bit of evening light kind of coming in through less than tight boards of wood on the walls, empty stables and piles of hay, both in kind of the rafters as well as below. And right in the middle of the room, bound to a chair, hands behind his back, his legs are tied to the legs of the chair. You see a human man, very simple clothes, but shaking a little bit from the cold. He is covered in sweat. And he has a kind of a crude, like fabric cloth gag across his mouth, and he's just kind of like looks up wide-eyed at you all. Very like greasy hair that kind of is kind of stuck to his forehead, just kind of like breathing and chewing away at this gag as you can hear him try to say something, but he's not quite able to get it out. Just bound to a chair.
I mage hand and pull down the gag.
Mm.
He just said,
Hi. I'd like whatever you want. Whatever you want. And
Really?
behind you, Adrisa just closes the doors in front of her, and leaves you all in this kind of cold barn with this man.
does this guy look
Do you
this
really mean anything?
terrified? Like he's already been broken?
He does not look like he's having a good day. The probably like the left side of his face is like swelling and bruised. It looks like he got like a pretty good hit to the face. Other than that, he's unmarked. But he is bound and tied to this chair. Very kind of raggedy clothes. His pants only go like maybe a few inches below the knee, and you can see like his legs are like almost rubbed raw from like moving him against like the rope that is tying him in place. But beyond that, he doesn't look like the only real like physical thing that you can see that's different is just that big bruise to the face.
Well, friend. Well, it's okay. You don't need to worry. Now, here's what's gonna happen.
With the laughing, he's like trying to like push himself back into the chair, and just.
I'll
Oh,
grab
don't
the
move now.
chair.
Don't move now.
Listen to him. Don't worry.
I'll tell you whatever you want.
Do you really mean that? As I get real close.
The lady said
Okay.
that I could go afterwards.
That she did. and here's what I'm gonna say to that. See, these are my friends. I don't want my friends to be lied to. Now, I just want to make sure you wouldn't lie to my friends, right?
I'm not lying. I won't lie.
Can I make an intimidation check?
Yes, with
Yay.
advantage.
Yes.
How old is he? Like?
I'm getting like real close in this guy's face.
Looking at him, he's like maybe in his early 30s.
24.
24. Yeah. He like is trying to push himself in and through this chair to get away from you.
I have a question. Is the chair like up against a wall, or is it just in the middle of the room?
He is just posted up right in the middle of this barn.
Okay, cool.
Well, hey. I mean, if you don't lie to us, then the faster you get out of this.
And he just like lets out like this
I mean-
small like whimper. Just
Do you want to know why his name's Goradai? He's really good at letting other people die. So you better not lie to him.
I just turn towards Laura.
That's funny.
what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?
Where's the painting?
All right.
Did you forget how to talk? You were doing it 15 seconds
I'm
ago.
reading shit.
Sorry.
Like looks almost relieved to look at someone else other than the maniacal tiefling shoving himself into his face. It's at one of the guild houses. I know where it is. I know where it is.
Which
Um,
guild house?
it's why it's got this fucking Britney Spears ending to that song. I don't know. Fucking kills me every single time. Let me actually.
I'm so proud of
Interrogate
that
me, skip
line.
rest
I'm
of season.
waiting to use it.
So I'm gonna let him
So.
die.
It's in the northern end of the slabs. Very distinct building, and he kind of describes this building to you. Like real dark slate tile roof. It's a couple like 2 stories. It has like a small little rounded area that has like a small little like 2-story tower on it a little bit. Very nice building. It looks like it's fronting for like a small merchant house or supplier of some sort. I just what do you want to know? How to get in, guards, keys, where the painting is, anything.
Anyway,
All that.
anything and everything would be
All
really
of what
useful.
you
And you do realize if any of your information is incorrect, Gordai is going to use the last part of his name.
It's that house is it's led by Guildmaster Dusk. I don't know much about her. All I know is that she was an assassin back in the 3-Way War over in the Dominion before that ended. Then she came over here, and now she's one of the Guildmasters here. It's locked up pretty tight. Windows are boarded, doors are locked. There's only maybe 3 people that have keys to the building itself, to all the master keys to all the doors. There's
Taking notes.
there's Miss the Guildmaster Dusk, Alex the Saint, we call him, and then Jim, the Sinner. He's more of like a sneaky spy type. The Master of Ravens might have one. If you want keys, Alex is probably the easiest. He goes to a bar a lot in the evening. I know what bar he goes to. He goes to the Tipsy Tankard over the Overlook on the west side.
So I don't normally like to do these anymore, but I'm just trying to do a general like insight check to see like any specific like speech patterns or like tells that he's giving away as he's speaking, because he's giving us a lot
Sure.
of information. Like
Yeah.
just willy nilly.
Give me an insight check.
Too easy, I
That's
think.
just a flat roll, but I just wanted to see. I'll go 17.
Well, it sounds like he already got interrogated
17.
a little bit.
Looking at him, this man has been terrified within an inch of his life, and you all coming in did not help. You get the impression that everything he's offering is with a sense of desperation, like, this will get me out of here. Like, this is what you need to know. Whenever he mentions, like, if you want, Alex, he goes to the Tipsy Tanker. If you want a key, you can just go to him, and he seems excited to tell you, almost as if like this is you don't get a sense that he's hiding anything. He seems frantic and truly scared in a way that he's not hiding anything. He truly thinks that, like, if I don't give them everything they want, I'm dying.
Yay, that's how we want him.
Someone take a picture of Dust as an evil face every time multiple times this session.
It's just
I don't know what you're talking about.
I talked to the woman out there. I told her all the same things. She had me draw her a map of the guild house. I tried. It's not perfect, but I drew as much as I've seen. I haven't been around it very much. They don't trust us very much. I've been there for years, and I'm still not a rank and file member. It's what do you want? What do you want to know? What do you want to know?
How
He
did
said
you
he has the
find the
keys.
keys
Where is the
guild?
key on his person?
Violet?
Oh, sorry. Danny, go ahead.
how did you join this thieves guild?
I didn't have much of the options. I lived over in a small little farming community. I came over here. I wanted to make some money. I ended up on the streets, and they offered to help in exchange for work, so I work.
You aren't afraid of what they'll do to you if they find out
I
you.
am leaving as soon as I am out of here. I just want to go. I just want to go.
Where on his person does he keep his keys?
A pocket in his coat. I don't know.
Are his hands bound?
Yes, his hands are bound behind his back, and then bound to the chair itself. Every limb is bound to the chair itself in some.
Quick question. Quick question. So he's through all this. He just said that pretty much all this information he gave to the woman.
Correct.
So what
So,
exactly
like,
are we
what
trying to
does
get
she
out of him
need?
if he
Whatever you
told her
want.
all of it?
Whatever you want.
Okay.
How long have you been?
Yeah,
how
I mean,
long have you
I
been
would be curious how they found out about the
He's
sale.
he's been interrogated once already by Adrisa and her people.
Okay.
And now this is your opportunity. If you have questions, you can get them.
Yeah. How did they find out about the sale? That'd be my question.
It was public. It was a big deal with rich folk. It wasn't this thing that it was. This is just what cost the most money at the auction. So we figured, well, that's the most valuable thing. So we'll just get it. They're gonna we were gonna fence it. We were gonna fence it off somewhere within like the next 2 days.
And who exactly was part of this crew that stole it? Names, abilities.
Well, it was Alex headed it. This one, he usually doesn't, but it required a little bit of brute force to get in through the windows. So we had Alex. We had we have we got Valen, Zeke, and then Brickface.
I'm taking notes like a madman right now. Not really, but like Violet is.
Yeah.
I can't type that fast.
Violet has her little like admin notepad.
The if anyone who thieves you over their shops, they're gonna have their things trapped in case people try to steal back stuff. Do you know if there's gonna be anything we need to worry about when we try to acquire?
There's the basement area is where they usually train people. It's got loads of traps. I think the basement has like I know that I heard one of them say that there's like a secret door down in the basement somewhere, but I think the plan was to keep the painting. It was in like the guildmaster's quarters, or um, um, the back door. The back door is trapped. The back door is trapped.
Back
And
door's
he like
trapped.
swallows hard and just like.
What type of trap?
I don't know if you quite understood his question. He was asking if we take this back, do you know if your guild would try to get it back?
I don't know. I don't know.
What type of
It was
Oh,
it
that's
was
if,
it was
if when we take the painting, it's gonna
it was
trigger a trap.
hard. It was hard just to get it the first time, and there was still a fight on the way out.
What
That's
made
how
this
they got
worth
me.
it? Was it just monetary value? That's it?
It's worth like 50,000 gold pieces.
That's a lot.
I really don't have concept of y'all's currency, to be honest, but yeah, it's aside from
That's
the
a
point.
lot. You can buy a big
I
house
can
with that.
tell.
Thieves.
I have a question. You said that the back door is trapped. Do you know what type of trap?
Let me see.
Benjamin, do we know, like, he's in the Thieves Guild, but do we know, like, is he a mage? Is he, like, bodyguard? Like, a bit
He
think of his
looks
class?
utterly normal.
Utterly normal?
Like just a runner or something.
You
Okay,
haven't
guys.
His
seen
stat sheet is
anything. You have no information to indicate he's a mage or anything extra in any way.
Group huddle without him. I want to bring everyone together in a tiny circle. Should we ask him, like, unbound one of his hands and have him draw us a map? I don't know if he's like a caster and he's gonna kill us, but like maybe that's an idea.
Adrisa does have a map. She
Right.
got a
Oh,
map.
she has a
from
map?
him.
Cool, cool, cool.
They got a
Oh.
map from him.
You're right, yeah.
Cool.
And
Wait, let me
are all
turn
the
this
traps
on.
marked on there?
Changing battery.
Oh.
And a map.
Are the what did I just ask?
The traps.
Trap.
Are all
Are
the
the
traps
traps
on-
marked on the map?
The back door one, and then the basement ones are just all over. They move all the time for training. I tried.
Okay.
How big is your little group? How many of you are there?
This guild house, there's usually like 20. I know
I'm
some.
asking overall, like.
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know.
Who
I
heads your group?
I only know who does this chapter, and that's Guildmaster Dusk.
Does.
What's
I
the
have a
biggest heist
question.
y'all pulled off?
This one, at least that I've been a part of. I don't know, like in history. I don't know. This is like the third big job that I've actually been in.
How old are you?
32.
I have a question. Do we ever figure out what the magical effects from the painting were?
They're
That's why they were
unclear and mysterious. That's why it's so interesting to people. To this group was
Cool.
like, we want to figure out what it is.
Cool.
That's the whole point of this group. Anybody that we besides for the people you listed, anybody we need to watch out for?
I think you already pointed them all out. By name.
This the Guildmaster, Alex, Jaymont. They're the three with the master keys to all the doors. There's Gwish. He's scary. He's one of them big giant types. He doesn't get out of the house much. He's a lot.
We should
And
probably add.
The fellow you had.
Oh, go finish your thought. Sorry.
Thank you. And the guy we're gonna get this key from, the one that you recommended. If anything happens to him, how long will it take these guilds to notice?
He goes out drinking. If he's gotten drunk at bars and not come back in the morning, before, so
Good.
a day.
Good to know. Sam, what was your?
Yeah, I was thinking for once we get the painting, are there like any escape routes we should know of that won't like lead into other like any of his other group members kind of deal? Like, what are like all like the back way entrance, like back exits, back door exits? we should know about here?
The back door is trapped. There's
Like
A secret passageway or something.
Like a fire escape.
I don't know of any.
What kind of a trap is it?
I don't. They don't tell me. They don't tell us what the trap is. That's that it's trapped. We don't use that door.
Okay. I mean, that's all I know.
Probably an alarm.
Well,
Assume you or one of your friends attended the auction, so that you know who to steal it from. Correct.
We had someone dress up and go to the auction and just watch who bought it, and we followed them back to what they were.
Who was that?
I think it
Question.
was. Let's see. Lots of information.
They said they're gonna fence it in 2 days. So this is
Jamont. Jamont is the one who scouted and found it and traveled and he's yeah.
Who's the one that you acknowledge who is rightful owner?
The lady that we stole it from. I don't. What do you mean?
Who is that? Who did you steal?
I don't know. I don't know. We just told to go get it.
What does she look like?
I didn't see her. I don't know. I assume it was the lady out there.
You don't know
Kind
a
of
lot
like
of things,
motions
do
his
you?
head over.
With this person that we're about to go steal this key from, would they know?
Maybe he's more senior member than I am. I've been doing this for like 4 years. I'm still not a official member.
when you were here before you joined the Thieves Guild. Did you spend any time in the slums?
How do you think I ended up in the Thieves Guild?
How did you end up in the Thieves Guild?
There was a
We already asked that question.
He was broke.
Well, like
There
you
was
just
a-
walk in and then you do a job.
No, they had me do things to know if I was trustworthy, and then I did those things. They had me steal things. I did those things, or I was just the lookout. I was the lookout.
Okay, cool.
Now, if we're done getting his whole life story,
Oh, when you were in the slums, was a specific shop. I want to know if it rings a bell. The Haven trinkets. Does that ring a bell for you?
No,
All right, I'm done. What about you all?
How do we know you're not gonna run back there and start telling them all about us?
why would I tell them that I snitched?
They are how you eat. They're where you sleep.
I'm leaving.
He says they-
this. If you let me go, like they said you would, that I'm leaving the city.
You're just gonna leave for nothing. You ain't got shit but clothes in your bag. You're just gonna leave.
I didn't have anything with the clothes in my back when I got here.
You're gonna give up 3 hots in the cot. Just go.
Did the Thieves Guild
No,
not
but
pay
you
you
need-
very well? You have no belongings?
Oh, it's just a place to sleep.
No wonder you're
No,
writing
if
them
he
out. They
goes
kind
there-
of
I'm gonna go.
I guess if yeah, I guess if everyone else is done, Goroda is just kind of like staring daggers at this guy like with like an angry smile, and he's like,
Yeah, the entire time
You're
he's
not
been
a
like
good-
trying to lean away, but he's tied to the chair, so it won't let him. So
Yeah.
it's just
Oh, no,
I don't like you. You are not a good man.
Any more questions?
You were so willing to sell out. My friends.
not my
That's
friends.
not nice. That's not good. And now, they might. A lot of them might get hurt because of you. I don't like you. And for a bit of fun, and I don't know if this might get anything else out of him. I'm going to start casting Crown of Madness, and just have it like float over his head, and just like slowly like visually just like bring it down on top of him. Anything else you want to say?
You watch as his eyes like fully dilate and he begins to shake, and you can see that he wets himself.
I'm gonna put a hand on Gordai's shoulder. Just ease up, buddy.
But yeah,
You
yeah.
should
I
have-
guess like before the crown, like before he before it inflicts on him, I'll kind of like snap to dissipate it.
Well, I was gonna do
We don't want to
something
hurt our
bad.
friend here. He hasn't lied to us.
I don't I'll walk behind him, and just is he tied by his legs or just by his arms?
His legs are tied to the legs of the chair, and his hands are tied behind his back, also to like the seat of the chair.
Remember the lady said they're gonna free him once they get the painting back.
Yep.
Yeah, that's kind
So
of
That's what she
free him
said.
now.
collateral, I
Yeah.
would assume, right?
Yeah, this way, if,
You don't.
if we don't succeed because of why.
Well, hang on now.
I'm saying that
Let's say he is lying, and we keep him here. Then what happens to him? We okay with that? Just being a part of this?
Guys,
He's not a good man.
This is our first meeting. Guys, this is our first meeting. We can maybe play a hand a little bit later, but we gotta do this the right way. If we mess up their operation before we can start the job.
This
Can't get
isn't
any more.
a cross that bridge when we get to it question. This is a now question. What happens to this man if we leave him here and it turns out he's lying? Then what? Are we killing him? Because I will have no part in that.
We won't be. I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know
Honestly,
their organization.
Hang on.
Bren.
Mhm.
Based off of our interrogation tactics, did Gordai get the impression that he was lying at any point?
No. You did not.
Violet?
Here's the thing.
I could see it in his eyes. I can see it in his eyes. Huh? I don't think he was lying.
We do a group huddle
Try
without him.
to-
Really quick.
Try to
Sorry, Violet, keep
understand
going.
his. Okay. Try to understand his circumstances. There really isn't good and bad in this situation. There just is. But
No.
I don't want to be the judge, jury, and executioner either.
I don't think that's gonna be us. We
So
got their
I
information. We doubt he's
I
lying.
think Uriel, it might be right to let him go now, because I don't. He's
think
not
we
going
should
to
let
tell
him
us
go.
any more than he would now, would he?
Thing is, the Thieves Guild, once we take. Sorry.
He's dying.
Goodness.
Dude looks so concerned. Damn bitch, you good?
Breathe,
okay?
bitch! Breathe!
Are you
She's
choking?
coughing. She's
Yeah.
coughing.
It's cough.
She's okay.
So,
There was a piece of chicken tender went down the wrong pipe.
Oh, that'll do it.
Oh my god, it hurts so bad.
I think Uriel is right, though. We should let him go. Because once we steal that painting back, the Thieves Guild's going to know that there's a rat, and they're going to account for who's present and stuff, and they're going to come after his ass and probably kill him. So we should give him a head start.
well,
Am I
maybe
right to
let
assume that that's what you were gonna do, Uriel? Is let him go?
That is what that is what I'm going to do.
maybe let the lady outside know.
I'm gonna walk right by him. I'm gonna cut the ropes away from his legs and then away from his hands, and just kind of stand him up and just kind of put an arm around his shoulder, and like a very like tense, like you're gonna be on my hip until I say otherwise. Like
Yeah.
Come here, buddy.
He tries to pull away a little bit, but then kind of accepts it. Just kind of like just wringing his wrists, which are pretty chafed and red, for being tied up for however long he was tied up, at least a day. Yeah, are you just marching him back out to the front? Okay. You all open the barn doors again, and you see Adrisa back where she was seated. She's got this short little like glass sort of little glass of like a scotch or a brandy of some sort that she's just kind of just lightly just playing with. Sees you all exit and just kind of just raises an eyebrow but doesn't like say anything.
He's been interrogated. We got enough out of him.
My friend here is going to walk us to where we need to go. And he's going to be safe.
If that's your decision. And she kind of like takes off from a pocket and kind of slides across the table, and little coffee table in front of her, a pretty little crude map. Which I will.
I'll have him kind of just like with his finger point at where he was saying the traps are, and I'll just kind of mark them as he's pointing.
I can do better.
And where the painting is.
Yeah.
I can give you the map.
Woo! Yo, bro, this is sick.
Oh damn.
Oh wait.
And where did he say the painting
The guild
is?
master quarters, the top floor.
It's either in the guildmasters quarters or it's in the basement where they train everybody.
I have a question. You said that there's a lot of traps. I know you don't know the specifics, but can you give us like an example of some of the traps that would be there? I know they're forever changing, but just
tripwires, little darts that'll get you, like put you to sleep is that's what I've seen. Things like that. I don't know.
any pressure plates on the floor, like
So
you step.
Down in the training area, sure.
Okay, cool. Cool, cool,
So
cool. Thank
we let Violet go first because it means being sleepy.
The mean to being
What?
Unlike
Magical
it.
sleep is not the same as
you're-
poison sleep.
Yeah.
You're immune to being asleep.
No, she's
So
not.
If you get hit with a sleep dart or something.
No, she's not.
No.
Magical
Okay.
sleep is different than make a con save. Cool, poison makes you fall asleep. It's different.
Oh, fair enough. I love how slowly through sessions Sam is becoming Gorodai, like through how he looks in his camera.
Wait, hold on.
Like, his game drops.
Yeah. I mean, I'm good to continue whenever y'all are.
Okay, Sam.
Okay.
Ooh. Don't like that.
Put down the thumbnail.
We just became besties, Gordai, but if you keep that up.
Fucking 5'2" out of my face.
But yeah,
I
Adrisa
guess-
just leans back in her couch, takes a sip of her drink. Just, I'm sure you all will do just fine.
Or. Well. Shall we?
I have one last question for the guy as we walk out with him. If we don't get the key, how hard is? I'm assuming the lockpick's there. The locks are a bit
Hard, probably. I don't know. I don't know. I've never tried, so I don't know.
Fair enough. All right, that's it.
You trying to get a DC?
No, I'm trying to see like. No, I'm trying
How
to see.
hard
like,
are the
if
locks to
like,
pick?
If you had to give me
You
like
ain't
a
getting
1
that. Fuck
through
you.
Like
35.
yeah.
That's
How
not what
hard
I
are the
asked.
locks, Bren? I mean, like, what other answer though?
Cool.
How often is the rookie newbie thief gonna try and pick the lock to his own guild house?
True.
They know how to get in.
Where did he say this guy was? That's
He
cute.
he goes to the Tipsy Tankard. It's on the north end of the lower slabs. He likes the waitress there, I guess. I don't know.
What's her name?
You hot?
No.
I've never
what's her name?
seen her. Let's see. I do know that. Carissa. He's said her name before, but
All right, that's good enough. Shall we?
I'm just gonna basically have him
so
walk
Bellamy-
us to the guild house and be like, "That's it," and point at it.
Thank you.
Maybe
Yeah.
wait until we there. If we get spotted, they'll might hunker down. They know someone comes to the point. Place.
What?
So what are you doing? Where are you going?
We're going to the guild house.
Are you going to the guild house, or are you trying to get a key first?
I think we
Yeah,
should get the
I thought we
key.
needed a key first.
Oh, okay.
I
I
just-
thought that was
It's a
at the guild
master.
hall.
So you can try and get in however you like, but he said there's 3 people that have master keys to all the doors. This is one of them. I know where he goes at night.
Yeah, yeah. I
That's
just
what he's
thought he was
offering.
at, I know.
believe
I thought he was at the. They would be at the guild hall, so that's why I said. the
He
guild hall.
leaves every evening to go to this bar, is what he's told you.
Okay.
All the other ones he doesn't know their schedules, but this guy he knows.
Okay. Yeah. What's the bar called?
The Tipsy Tankard.
Tipsy
Tipsy
Tankard.
Tankard.
Let's go there.
So Bellamy, here's the plan. You find him. I'll use Mage Hand to poke him in the eyes and pickpocket.
Okay, so you all set off. You all do notice that this man does not like, his eyes are on Adrisa, like very like nervous and wary, and she kind of just gives him a little wave, and little like red sparks kind of like puff out of her hand a little bit. Oh, it was nice to meet you, I guess. And you all take this captured thief out back into the streets. Still joined very much at the hip with Uriel. At this point, it's probably about 5 p.m. Getting pretty dark, but you got a little bit of sunlight left. It's winter, so sun sets early.
Bellamy, how are you at pickpocketing? Because I know I'm not that great at it.
I'm actually kind of good at it.
You are?
Yeah. I want to try and take something off of Glimmer, or not Glimmer, Violet.
Like as
While
I'm
you're-
watching you?
While you're talking
Yes.
to her.
I
Yes.
feel like that would be a disadvantage, but
I don't
okay.
care. I want to try.
It is
Okay,
a
go ahead.
disadvantage.
Okay, sweet.
Oh, what if I go, hey, by that, what's that?
I'm just gonna roll it twice and pick the
No.
lower number.
Yep.
I know that's me rolling D&D beyond disadvantage.
And then also because you're actively doing it, Violet, give me perception.
A 7. I rolled a 3 and a 2.
Eh.
12, I think.
Yeah, you watch. She Glimmer tries to give you like a slap on the shoulder and like try and draw your gaze, and then you just and she like puts her hand just in your pockets. Doesn't even grab anything. It's just like
You know, when you're
searching
in
for
my blind
something.
spot, you gotta be quiet about it.
While this is happening, can I be in her actual blind spot pickpocketing her?
Yes.
Oh my god, that's
Yes.
sick.
Yes.
That's actually
Yes.
amazing.
Yes, absolutely.
It's the double fake out.
Where do you have advantage? Where do you have
And
advantage?
that's how you
I
actually
know,
steal
I know
stuff.
exactly what you're about to pickpocket if you do, though.
That's
I know you do.
Take your eye badge.
I got an 18, though.
Take your eye badge.
Take her eye patch.
No,
Come on,
yours. No,
Bellamy.
I'll's keeping the 12.
Oh,
I'll's keeping
sorry.
the 12.
I thought we
By
were.
the hand from Bellamy.
Come on,
Do
Bellamy.
I get advantage?
No.
I mean,
Do you
Yours
have
has to be-
something that
He
gives you
is
advantage?
helping.
I
She
mean,
is
Glimmer is
helping.
I'll say,
helping.
She's-
actually, yeah. I'll
she's
say she's
helping.
helping. Yeah,
Violet
advantage.
It's helping
I will
Yeah.
say that, yeah.
in a fucked up way.
In a fucked up way, yeah.
Natural 20.
Yeah, you
Don't
Violet, you
waste
feel a
all
tap
of
on your
it,
shoulder.
son.
You turn around and see Bellamy just holding something in his hand. What is he? What did
No,
he
I'm
find?
not.
It's like an obsidian pipe.
Oh, are you Bellamy? Are you telling anyone that you just pickpocketed her?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
You don't know then. Never mind.
Oh, I
Sorry to
don't
put
know
words
what
in
he
your mouth.
takes.
You don't. You see this with Glimmer. That's it. That's all you get. Glimmer tries very poorly to pickpocket you, and you're like, "Come on." And you keep
You want me
walking.
to tell you? You want me to tell you what I took?
Oh, she just told you what you took.
Yeah, I did by accident. Was I supposed to say that?
Yeah, you can.
Oh.
if you have in mind, like, yeah, that's exactly what you stole. But,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bellamy, you have
good.
tucked in your sleeve a very finely carved, solid obsidian, like long smoking pipe.
In my
Damn,
back
dude, he's
pocket.
weed in every universe.
Come on, Glimmer Violet couldn't be pickpocketed so easily.
By the way, we're watching this. Did we see him do this?
No,
On
he got a
that
natural
20,
20. None of you
hell
see
nah.
it. None of you
No.
see it.
Bellamy's a
What's
ghost.
the next time?
Alright.
Nice
It was a
try.
nat 20, dirty 30, so.
Yeah,
Dirty
you don't see shit.
30.
You don't see
No,
shit.
yeah. It would be,
Expertise,
You're all
baby.
too
It'd be
you're all
30.
too focused. You're all too focused on Glimmer's rather clumsy attempt to just putting her hand in Violet's pocket. Comes up with lint,
Alright.
and everyone's just watching the whole time.
You need to wash your
Uh.
clothes. How much lint do you have?
She just like goes back in for more. Just
I don't know
I,
how
like,
you're
have a
finding
handful of
pockets in
lint,
my
and I just put it
armor,
back in
but
your
okay.
So,
God, dude.
Bellamy, I'm assuming you have a bit of a sleight of hand.
at the moment, Bellamy's lighting a pipe, just trying to get it to go.
There's nothing in it.
Is it an obsidian pipe?
You looking for something?
Yeah, you got someone to put in this thing? I'm trying to. All right.
Thank you.
Do you want any? You want any assistance? I can make a distraction.
Maybe not a loud distraction, but something simple like running into him, spilling his drink, something. Nothing crazy.
Just something a little bit, and I'll light my own pipe. My pipe of smoke monsters, and just like have a figure dance, like a dancing figure in smoke, just like dance away.
What is that gonna do exactly?
Seems a fancy lady.
And I
And he's a
cast
little
Cure
drunk.
Drunk to snuff out everyone's pipes.
No, there's no. Okay. One thing at a time.
Uriel, you are led by your new companion through the city, up to northern end of the lower slabs. You can see some large large staircases and rises that lead up into the upper slabs. And at the base of that, you can see a pretty low building, and it seems pretty busy this time of night. Candles, fireplaces are all lit, so there's light and noise and music and voices coming through open windows and the open doors, and you see a sign hanging off above the door that says the Tipsy Tankard. Him, and he kind of points, and you can see through a window. You see a adult human man. He's wearing a dark red, like burgundy overcoat. He's got like a really patchy black beard. And has like some longer dark hair but he's also got he's like badly balding, so he's like right in the top it's like almost bare and bald, but around the sides he's like trying to keep it going still. Looks a little swarmy. But
He's a hair transplant.
What does the girl look like that he was interested in?
I haven't seen her. He
No,
just
no,
comes back talking about her.
No. I'm asking you, DM.
You don't know.
I thought we
You
just
have a
DM,
name. You have a name.
Oh.
The guy,
thought we were
all
just
that's been
looking at
told
it.
is he goes to this bar and he comes back talking about this barmaid that he likes.
But didn't we
Are we
just see
looking
her?
right at him?
You're looking at him. You don't see any woman or anything like that.
Okay, yeah, that was gonna be my
What was the-
question. Was like, if
You see him at a circular table. There's two other guys sitting with him, and they're just drinking from their cups, just talking.
Okay, I'll keep an eye out, I guess, for a female that comes by near him. I don't know.
You said he was
think
watching
what
somebody.
we
Like his eyes were on someone.
Glur?
I think what we should do, if we figure out which barmaiden he's into, we should have not Bellamy, but like maybe Uriel or Violet, like start flirting with them, and so that he gets like all pissed, and when he's distracted, Bellamy can yoink the keys. That's just a idea. We don't have to go with it.
No, that's a good idea. I'm just trying to work out the logistics of it.
We just have to figure out who's the hottest barmaiden.
How much
he's
do
in.
we want him to know mine or Uriel's face? You know?
I think Uriel should do it.
I can do it.
No.
Well, Uriel's
Your
hot.
talents are best spent
literally.
elsewhere for the moment, Gorda.
Tip.
Yes.
Every time we say the waitress, I just
Sure.
think of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. The waitress, that character.
The waitress.
Are the people he's talking with at the table, are they just drinking or are they playing a card game or something?
No, they're all just talking. Talking and drinking.
Oh, they're just chilling.
What
What if we just...
So are we
How-
trying to distract the?
How
Go ahead. Or-
how drunk does he look?
How many beers?
Make an insight check.
I'm proficient. Is a 26.
Let's go.
Cheeks are a little flushed. But he doesn't seem like roaring drunk. He's just sitting talking to some people drinking. Nothing
Maybe
loud.
We can
I
get
should
him
flirt
drunk.
with him. What if I buy him a drink and then Bellamy like yoinks the key?
You are a pretty girl.
And he's pretty ugly. Let's do it.
Can I go now?
Oh,
No.
He kind of like shrinks down again. Just...
Well, you are the safest you have ever been.
You want a drink?
I'm good.
You want water or milk? You look like you drink milk.
No. That makes my stomach hurt. I don't know.
Oh, he's like having.
doesn't tolerate.
Imagine having a fucking nerf on birth.
Okay. With
It's a wild thing to say.
with
He's been saying it.
the beginnings of a plan, we're gonna close there for the evening.
Okay.
Oh,
As
really?
you-
Oh, I didn't
We
realize.
have 30
it was
minutes
that.
until Volt and I's bedtime, and Trent's about to dip
True.
food.
I could not figure out what time it was for a minute there.
It did go by fast tonight. Yeah, we've been recording for
Yeah.
2.5 hours.
I'm so sorry I was late, and I love you guys.
That's alright.
Thank you for playing with me
Glad
today.
you could-
Well, Danny had to go get her
was worried
brother.
about you were the
Sam
cab
had some stuff eating. It's fine. It's all good. It's just